Hi, today we're going to talk about service invoices and we are going to understand how we can create service invoice PDF files completely on automation. As you can see, this is a simple invoice template which I have created in a Google document where I have all the details related to service invoice, and corresponding to this Google document, I also have a service invoice database which I have created in Notion. What we'll be doing today is we'll automate the process of generating PDF file one by one for every record of this Notion database using the information from the database and this template file on the background. So essentially what it will do is it will fetch the invoice number value from this invoice number column, and it will replace this invoice number field over here. Similarly, it will fetch the address value, the client company, the total amount, and all the fields that you see over here in the database onto this corresponding field in the Google document, and it will create me the PDF file after it replaces the values. So we will map the fields one by one from the database onto the document, and we will generate the PDF files completely on automation. Everything is a one-time setup, and once it is done, all the PDF files will be created inside the database itself, and you just need to add more data into the database and it will automatically create the PDF files for you. So you never need to touch the Google document file ever again once it is correctly configured and mapped. So how exactly will this work? For this, we need to have an automation extension known as AutoDocCreator, as you can see over here. If you want to get access to this extension, just simply go to AutoDocCreator.com and click on Get Automation Access, and you can get access to the automation. And once you purchase the access to the automation, you can install it, and then you can follow the process what I'm going to show you. So let's begin with the automation setup. Once you click on Autodoc Creator, you will find three steps which we need to follow. And once it is followed, you can generate the PDFs after this. First is setting up the automation. So click on Setup Automation over here, and it will open up a window where you can define all the automation process. So first we need a Notion database URL. So let me first of all clear all the fields which is already visible, and then I'll explain you. First is we need a Notion database URL. So just go back to the Notion database which you are using, copy the URL from the top. So I'll just copy this URL and put it inside this field. So we are already added the database URL over here. After this, we need to define an API key. So this API key will connect your database to this automation which we are using. And this key is completely private and confidential for your setup. It will never be shared with any other user. So you can be assured about its security. Click on Get API Key, and it will open up a new window where you can define the API key for your use case. Click on New Integration and just provide a name to the key. So in my case, it is Service Invoice Key. So let me give the name to that. You can give any name. Choose your workspace from this drop down. Scroll down, click on Save. Okay. So the key is created. Click on Configure Integration Settings, and you can see the name of the key over here. Click on Show under the Internal Integration Secret field, and it will reveal the key to you. Okay. Copy this key. Go back to that setup and put that key inside this field. Before we move ahead, we need to do one more step. Just go back to the database which you have. Click on the three dots on the top right and scroll down. Click on Connections, and here you can click on Add Connection and just type the name of the key which you created. So in our case, it is Service Invoice Key. So I just type it out, and you can see the key showing here. Click on this and click on Confirm. So now my database is also connected with that key which I created. Finally, I need to add a Google Drive folder URL where I will be storing the PDF files once it is created. Okay. For this, what I need to do is I need to go back to my Google Drive which I'm using, and I've already created a folder by the name of Service Invoice PDFs. So I will double click on this, and I can fetch the URL from the top. So I'll just copy the URL from here, and I will put it inside this field. So all the three things are set up. I've added the database URL, I have connected the database with the API key, and I have also specified the Google Drive where I'll be storing the PDF files once it is created. Click on Save, and once you save it, you will be able to see that this database automatically adds three columns for us, which is by the name of Generate PDF, PDF file link, and PDF files. So I'll be explaining what these three columns will do when we are about to generate the PDFs. So click on OK. The setup is all saved. Let's proceed with mapping the field, which is the second step. So click on Map field, and here it will open up all the Notion database properties on the right side which you have added just now. Okay. So all the Notion database properties are visible over here. So what we need to do is we need to first get the client name. Okay, so I will just search for client name if it is available, and you can see client name is available. I'll click to copy this value and I will simply replace the client name field over here. So I will just paste it. So I will use Control V or Command V to paste it. Again, click to copy and use your keyboard shortcut Control V or Command V. That helps to paste the data. I will get the address, click to copy and paste it. Then finally, I need to enter the zip code. So I'll again click to copy and I will paste it. So this way you can map all the fields, whatever is there in your Notion database onto the document. And I've already mapped the other fields before we started this discussion. So my Google document is all ready with all the mappings. I need to move to the last step, which is the interesting one and which will help us automate this forever. Click on schedule automation in the step 3, and here you will find the steps which is asking you basically how often do you want to run this automation. So I want to run this automation every 5 minutes. So I will just select minutes from here and I will select the value 5 and I'll click on save. So now this automation will run every 5 minutes and from the Notion database. And what it will do is you can see this generate PDF column which is added beforehand. If you click on this, there are three values: in progress, ready to generate, and completed. If you mark any file as ready to generate, it will automatically create those PDF files for us and it will store the file links as well as the raw PDF over here. If you put anything as in progress, then that particular record will not be generated and it will only be generated once it is marked as ready to generate. So this is how the automation works. So you never need to go to this Google document ever again. All you need to do is mark the corresponding data in the database as ready to generate and it will automatically create the PDF files for you. That's the beauty of it. And remember that we have scheduled this automation to run every 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes it will check the database and if anything as is put to ready to generate, it will create the PDF file records. So let us wait for 5 minutes and we will be able to see the PDF files coming up over here. So now you will be able to see the PDF files coming up and you can see the first file has been marked as completed and you can see the corresponding PDF file link of the Google Drive which we had added, and the raw PDF is also visible over here. It will also generate this particular record within few seconds and we will be able to see the corresponding PDF file link as well as the raw PDF file over here as well. So let us wait for it. So you can see that status has marked as completed automatically and we have the PDF file link for both the files and the raw PDF as well. So let me open up the PDF file link for one of the record. So this is invoice number 2 and you can see all the fields of this particular document has been mapped fetching the details from the database. So this was invoice number 2 which we have created just now, and you can see it has correctly mapped all the field values and it gave us this file which is stored in our Google Drive. If you see the link, it is stored in our Google Drive. Okay, if you want to verify, simply refresh the folder which you have and you can see two PDF files have been created which we had set out over here. Okay, and if you click on this PDF file link, it will automatically download that raw PDF file which you can view, which has just been generated. This file is automatically saved to a downloads folder and also stored on a Notion database. So this is how simple and beautiful this automation is. Now you never need to go back to this Google document ever again. You simply need to add data and change this generate PDF status to ready to generate, and it will subsequently generate the PDF file every 5 minutes fetching the information from the database. Okay, so all everything happens inside the database itself. So I hope this entire explanation was helpful to you. If you want to get access to this automation, once again just go back to AutoDocCreator, click on get automation access and you can get access to the automation and start using the same on your end. Okay, and I hope this entire video was helpful to you. Just reach out to me at notionformyuse@gmail.com. This is where I can assist you with any queries if you are having any issues with that, or you can use the contact section at the Autodoc Creator to reach out to me with any issues. Thank you for watching this demonstration. Have a great day. Bye bye.